the district attorney's office conducting independent investigations. That's all I have at the moment. Now I'll make myself available for any questions that you may have.
You said that the officers did discharge the tasers before,
Yes, they did multiple times
and they had no effect.
because the suspect had a heavy jacket, and that's one of the reasons I believe they did not have any impact.
Was he saying anything to the officers whenever this happened? I know that they told him to drop the bat. Did he respond to anything else? Do you know?
He didn't comply with their officer's command, and the officers continuously gave him commands in English and in Spanish.
You said that the security officer had called at a different location. What was that location?
No, in the 1700 block of Long Point, he called in the morning, and then he called again in the afternoon. And both times, the suspect had a bat.
Is this a mental case? Because he looks kind of like he might have problems.
We don't know, but that will be part of the investigation.
Did you say he was lunging at them with the concrete? Or just the...
He threatened the officers with the. At some points, he threatened the officers with the bat, and then once he crossed over Hammerly, he picked up the chunk of concrete. Then he threatened the officers with that object.
Is there any other alternative besides shooting them?
The officers in this incident gave him multiple commands, and they encountered the suspect, and they walked with him for crossing the street, and still gave him verbal commands to put the bat down.
What procedure do you guys want to shoot somebody if there's so many vehicles and so many people around?
Every case is different. In this case, the traffic wasn't that heavy, I'm assuming, and we also had vigilant, probably the citizens, and they were paying attention to what was going on in the intersection as they crossed the intersection. So, but we always want to make sure the scene is safe for us to take any kind of action.
Last question. Chief, this is the fourth officer-involved shooting within the last 2 weeks. What are your thoughts? Why are we seeing a little bit of a spike?
All those cases the four, they're still under investigation, so each case is unique on its own. But I do want to say that our officers are encountering these kind of events where they have to use deadly force. This just points out that officers are this very difficult job for us to do when we encounter somebody using weapons and threatening the officers.
Was it because people are more aggressive towards the officers? Or?
As I mentioned, every case is different, and I don't want to comment on ongoing investigations. And I don't want to generalize either.
Your name and your title?
Yasser Bashir, Assistant Chief with the Houston Police Department. Thank you.
There's nobody that's Spanish, right?
No. Thank you.